For today's headlines, Duterte asked to certify Bayanihan 3 bill as urgent. Ejercito clears misconceptions on child seat law. LGUs and private sector should engage in inoculation programs, says Legarda. Pala sets Food Security Summit. Tugade rushes completion of Bicol International Airport. Comedian Pokwang is new RD Pawnshop campaign ambassador. Pacquiao back in training. Easterlies affecting the eastern section of the country. Good morning, I'm Sandy Locos and you're watching Tribune News on Q. Today is Thursday, February 11, and now the news. Marikina Representative Stella Kimbo reiterated her appeal to President Rodrigo Duterte to certify the proposed third Bayanihan law as urgent. Kimbo made the appeal in a virtual media briefing, saying the Bayanihan 3 is the solution to the sinking economy and rising inflation. House Speaker Lord Alan Velasco and Kimbo filed the House Bill 8628, or the 420 billion stimulus economic package dubbed as Bayanihan 3, or the Bayanihan to Arise as One Act last week. Kimbo said there is a source for funding Bayanihan 3, noting that as of end November 2020, the National Treasury has an estimated cash balance of 1.6 trillion pesos. She added that the government has to spend to help families, workers, farmers, and small businesses. Meanwhile, former Senator J.V. Ejercito has set the record straight on the provisions of a controversial law which mandates the use of child restraint system or CRS inside private motor vehicles. In an interview with Daily Tribune's Straight Talk on Tuesday, the principal author of the law said that if a child does not fall in the age and height requirements under the Republic Act 11229 or the Child Safety in Motor Vehicles Act, then usual seatbelts will suffice. Ejercito also clarified that CRS are advised but not required on public utility vehicles which are not covered by the law. Thus, passengers may or may not opt to use child seats in taxis, transport network vehicle services, and other modes of public transportation. The Child Safety in Motor Vehicle Act was supposed to be due to come into force on February 2. It was passed into law on February 22, 2019, while its IRR was approved on December 23, 2019. Under the law, children aged 12 years and below and with a height of up to 150 centimeters must be properly secured in child car seats to ensure their safety and prevent traffic-related deaths and injuries. Although it has good intentions, Ejercito agreed to the deferment of its implementation. The role of procuring and administering COVID-19 vaccines should not be limited to the national government, according to House Deputy Speaker and Antique Representative Lauren Legarda. Local government units as well as private sectors should also engage in the inoculation program because the national government funds are limited, Legarda said during an interview in Daily Tribune's Straight Talk. Legarda believes that Filipinos should have a choice on which vaccines would be administered to them. She also urged the Department of Health as well as the Interagency Task Force on Emerging Infectious Diseases publicize their battle plan on beating the pandemic, including how it is to be implemented and how private sectors purchasing their own vaccines will store, transport, and supply it to hospitals. Legarda also urged the government to ensure that no syndicate would take advantage of the public's needs for the COVID-19 vaccine. Tribune News and will be back after these reminders.
Iba ng panahon, ang dami ng bago ngayon. Pati ang mundo natin, well, nagbago na rin. Mabuti ang bayan, bigger, better na. sa mga parties, may online pa at app. You can buy it with your fingers. Still don't remittance and more. Online shopping, you can buy it all. Di magpadala, you can buy it all. Anumang pera transaction, you can buy it all.
Sabayan ang pagbabago ng mundo for all your pera transactions, all new Bayan.
The Malacanang announced on Wednesday that it is calling for a food security summit this year to discuss issues affecting the agriculture sector amid the high pork prices and low palay prices. Presidential spokesperson Secretary Harry Roque in a statement said the GAB intends to tackle mitigation measures on agricultural woes hounding the country. Roque said among the concerns that would be discussed during the summit are the drop in farm gate prices of palay and the African swine fever outbreak that killed thousands of hogs and caused prices to soar to as much as 450 pesos per kilo. The summit, he said, also seeks to develop the agri-fishery sector through the cooperation, coordination, and collaboration of the local government units and the private sector's industry players and stakeholders. Led by the Department of Agriculture, the government also aims to develop a national food security plan to achieve our vision of a food secure and resilient Philippines with prosperous farmers and fisher folks, and where consumers have continuous flow of food and producers have continuous productivity, unhampered movement of agricultural commodities, accessibility, and price stability. The announcement of the summit came a week after national statisticians reported that agriculture, forestry, and fishing registered a negative 2.5% growth rate in the fourth quarter of 2020. Transportation Secretary Arthur Tugade has ordered the construction of the Bicol International Airport to be rushed to meet its completion target within the year. The said airport is only 74.13% complete as of mid-February, the Department of Transportation reported. Package 2A of the project, handled by the SunWest Construction and Development Corporation, is 89.78% complete as of February 10th. The package covers the airport's landside facilities such as the Administration Building, Air Traffic Control Building, Cash Fire Rescue Building, and the Maintenance Building. Package 2B of the airport project, handled by the EM Cuerpo Construction Company, is only 52.69% complete. It covers the passenger terminal building, taxiway, runway extension, and other site development works. It was only in 2016 when the construction of landside facilities or Project 2A began. The runway extension and the construction of the passenger terminal building or Project 2B commenced in 2017. Filipino comedian Pokwang upscales her mother instincts as the newest ambassador of RD Pawnshop's Magandang Bukas campaign. The 45-year-old pawnshop marks a new milestone by adding their pawning services with bills payment, insurance, cash transfers, and paying for travel tickets. Pokwang stressed that it is crucial for mothers, especially the overseas Filipino workers, to choose which platform they will put their money into. As a breadwinner and a former OFW herself, she understands that aside from fast transactions, it's also important that every hard-earned penny will safely go to their families. Committing itself as efficient partners of hard-working Filipinos, RD Pawnshop's business unit head Alma Pascual bannered the pawnshop's higher appraisal value with zero interest offers. Pokwang encouraged her fellow working mothers to check rdpawnshop.com.ph to experience its hassle-free services. We will be back. Stay with us.
Araneta City, home to the country's first indoor shopping mall, the world's original Thrilla, and the first ever Bini Bini pageant. Now a place for your first win, your first catch, your first home, your first big break, your first date, and even your first love. Araneta City, the city of firsts.
In sports, Manny Pacquiao came out on social media yesterday declaring that he is back in training camp. Pacquiao's announcement came as news about a proposed showdown with American lightweight star Ryan Garcia began to lose steam. Sources said the working date for Pacquiao's reemergence after a lengthy inactivity is in May. No other details were given, but it is expected that the event will take place somewhere in the Middle East, where Paradigm Sports and its head Odi Attar had earlier targeted the 8th Division champion to showcase his wares. Attar had planned to pit Pacquiao with mixed martial arts icon Conor McGregor, who suffered a brutal knockout defeat last month in Abu Dhabi. It is not known if Attar, who represents McGregor, is revisiting that match-up or is looking at another opponent for the famed Filipino southpaw. Pacquiao hasn't fought since July 2019 when he handed the previously undefeated Keith Thurman his first loss to win the WBA welterweight crown in Las Vegas. The whole Visayas, Occidental Mindoro, and Palawan, including Kalayaan Islands, will have partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers due to localized thunderstorms, Pag-asa said in its 5 a.m. weather advisory. Light to moderate winds from east to southeast will prevail over the Visayas, Occidental Mindoro, and Palawan, including Kalayaan Islands, with slight to moderate seas. Partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers or thunderstorms is expected over Bicol region, northern Samar, Oriental Mindoro, Marinduque, and Romblon. Light to moderate winds blowing from east to southeast will prevail with slight to moderate seas. Metro Manila and the rest of the country are expected to be partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers due to localized thunderstorms. And that wraps up the stories this morning. Catch the latest news on our website tribune.net.ph and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Tribune Now. The Daily Tribune is one with the nation in facing the COVID-19 crisis, and in line with this, the Daily Tribune digital edition and press reader is now available for free online. You can also download the Daily Tribune app on Apple Store or Google Play to get the latest and most comprehensive news online. Daily Tribune is also inviting everyone to join its community Viber Kachibu to get updates on the freshest and hottest news and entertainment stories of the day. Thirsty emoticons are also available on our community Viber. Just visit the sticker store and search for Kachibu Community. And before we go, we would like to thank the SM Store and Araneta Center. Again, this is Sunday Locos and you're watching Tribune News on Q. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay at home. Good morning and have a nice day.
I am Elmer Navarro Manuel. Coronavirus case.
I am Sunday Locos.
Duterte, dadalo.
Si Ray Sanchez.
Good morning, I am Vernon Velasco.
Only government authorized to
Magandang hapon. Ako si Pauline Soko. Ospital naghahanda para sa COVID. Ako si Luis Lisan at ito ang Tribune News. Ramsey may mensahe kay Andres.
Si Jomel Garner. At ito
Pagsali sa face-to-face Duterte to fund COVID cases, tumalo sa 7
Missed the chance to acquire 10
Luis Lisa,
si Jomel Garner.
o si Ray Sanchez,
Vernon Velasco.
o si Pauline Song. San Diego,
I am Elmer Navarro Manuel, and this is Tribune News on 2.